What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is the Young, Famous, and African Season 1, Episode 2. So, Diamond woke up the day after the ball, and he decided he wanted to see Nadia again. He is going to be in town for about a month or so, and he wants to buy a new ride. And he wants to take her with him car shopping. So he calls Nadia up, and he tells her, hey, I want to want you to come with me. You know the area better. I want to go find me a car. And she was like, okay, well, what kind of car are you looking for? He said, whatever you pick out. She said, oh, I can pick out whatever I want. He said, yeah, whatever you pick out. I said, oh, okay. So they're going to go car shopping, honey. And he said, listen, I'm going to shoot my shot. And, he really is not concerned about her having a man. But like I said in the last review, he probably don't have no reason to worry about it because she is not giving any indication that it's important. And we're going to, as the episode goes on, child, if you don't care, I don't care kind of thing. So, let me get to my notes, y'all. So, Connie, I believe, Connie is how they were pronouncing it. So I hope I'm saying it right. She was having herself a whole goddess photo shoot down to this little outdoor area, and her and Nadia are talking. Nadia goes to catch up with her at the photo shoot, and again, she's recapping what happened at the ball. She's telling Nadia about her conversation with Annie and how she walked up on Annie, bearing her soul to the man that she just met, to Anane. Yeah, I'm working on her names. But she was like, she should never let, you telling people your business, you should never let them see you sweat. But she's just talking about, how broken she was. Of course, she putting 20 on 10. And, she's just venting and get it out her system. And so Nadia was like, yeah, I kind of felt some kind of way because I felt like, she was an invited guest and I felt like she was offending you and that wasn't cool. And Connie was like, I wasn't offended. Like, let's be clear, I wasn't offended, but yeah, I understand what you're saying. Like, that was a bit much for her. It was a little strong, a little strong. So then she tells Connie about the call from Diamond and how Diamond wants to take her car shopping. And she like, girl, what? She said, is the car for you? She was like, no, the car's for him. But, he wants me to take him shopping. And so we end up seeing her. They go to the dealership, and of course they're looking at all the luxury cars, high-end cars, and she's trying to figure out what car, to get, and he told her, he was looking at the Bentleys. She was looking at the big old trucks, but I don't think they came to no meeting of the minds on the car, but they did talk a little bit. And she reminded him that, she does have a man, and his attitude was, well, what that got to do with me? Like, it was very, Grand Poobah, Mary J. Blige. Like, I got a man. What your man got to do with me? Kind of thing. And she's kind of, when she was talking to Connie about it, she, again, Connie could care less. Like, she was like, girl, first of all, he ain't here. Okay, you got a man. He is all the way over in the United States. He is not here. You not married to him. Y'all only been together for a little bit of time. And you know how I feel about these kinds of things. Because, listen, she is a real work of art. Okay, she's a real work of art. Now, Swaggy and Annie are going on a helicopter. Swaggy said, listen, Annie is homesick. She missing her churn. So I'm going to take her on a helicopter ride, and Annie was like, listen, I done a lot of things. I done been private jets. I done this, I done that, but I have never done a helicopter ride. So in the beginning, she was very nervous and scared, but she eventually, loosened up and enjoyed the ride. So they ended up landing in like this little like park area, real nice little park, like garden type situation. And he was talking to her about the ball, and it came up about, her talking about how Connie is raising her child. And Annie was like, listen, I wasn't trying to be judgmental. I'm just saying I don't think that's cool. Like, the way she's doing it, I just think that's very irresponsible. And Swanky was like, but that's how she's raising her child. Like, you can't judge her like you wouldn't want somebody judging you on how you're raising your child. I think it was his very nice way of basically telling her, you was doing too much last night, and I'm gonna need you to roll up and back up because these are my friends, and you making me look bad. Like, I feel like that was a nice way of him trying to tell her that. But she still feels the way she feels. And again, I understand how she feels, even though later on in the episode, Connie got her together, and I guess she got me together in the same time, because she was telling Annie, she was like, listen, my daughter lived right next door to me. Your child in a whole nother country. So who's the irresponsible parent now? I said, oh, well, I guess you got me together. But they have a whole conversation because Connie wants to, Connie, I know I'm saying it wrong, y'all, but she wants to clear the air, okay? Because she was like, listen, I don't understand why Annie was coming so hard for me, but she did not bite her tongue. But to give Annie credit, Annie ain't bite her tongue either. And Annie was basically like, listen, we just not going to agree. Like, you feel the way you feel, and I feel the way I feel, and we just not going to agree on this. You know, I just I just feel like that's very irresponsible of a parent, to not have your child under your own roof. You don't know what she's doing, you don't know what's going on, and I just, I'm just not cool with that. But we actually see Kanye go to talk to her daughter Cons, and she said, and this is how I know what it is, because what she said was, I am trying to be the mother to her that I wanted to have. So basically, you wanted a mother that would let you have your own apartment and would leave you alone and would let you raise yourself or do whatever. And so because that's the kind of mother you wanted, that's the kind of mother you are. So but she said that, this is an experiment that we're trying, and I've never been a mother before, but this is working for us. And of course the daughter was like, she cool, she's like, she doesn't feel neglected, she's all right with it. And basically her daughter was telling her, like, don't worry about what other people have to say, like, what we doing is between us. And I feel like, well, what else is she supposed to say? She's 15 years old and she's living in a luxury apartment by her damn self, and Kanye also said that she is not going to allow a child to stop her lifestyle. Like, basically, one monkey don't stop this show. And I'm not going to stop doing what I want to do, going where I want to go, when, how, if, wherever. She said, I'm not a kangaroo. I don't have a pouch. My child is not attached to me. I said, damn. Okay, then. Like, okay, then. Now, while this is going on, the guys have gone to play golf, honey. So we have, and I know I'm going to say his name wrong, child. Andale. I know that's not right. Quentin and Diamond. They're playing golf. And Diamond is really breaking down. He gets a little deeper into his situation and what he went through. Well, first of all, let's start with Quentin. Quentin is a hot mess. Quentin is with this girl, Kelly, and Quentin said in the beginning he was romantic and he did all the right things and he said all the right things. He said, well, shoot, we together now. I don't understand why I gotta keep doing it. And both of them were like, because you gotta finish the way you start. Like, you can't wine and dine her and give her all the best and then you fall off the face of the earth and not be romantic. That's why she complaining all the time. That's why she mad all the time. That's why she wants more from you, because you started off here and then dropped instead of starting here. That's the mistake a lot of men make. They wine and dine you to get you on the front end, the audition, and then on the back end, they just let it all hang out. Now, Diamond, on the other hand, opens up about his infidelity. And he said, listen, we find out that he really did love Zari. Zari is his ex-girlfriend, who he has 2 children with, who lives in South Africa. He said they were together. They had a long-distance relationship. He said, and everything was fine until he went back to Tanzania, and I guess he couldn't get to South Africa as often as he wanted. And so he started cheating. And he said that he ended up cheating, and the person he was cheating with got pregnant. And he said, listen, I'm a celebrity. Zari was a celebrity. We were like this big celebrity couple. Everybody knew who we were. We were like, the couple people, the paparazzi like to see. But the girl that I got pregnant, she was a celebrity too, and she didn't want to hide it. She didn't want to be on the, in the shadows and be pregnant and not talk about who her baby daddy is. So basically on the radio, I got blasted. Now, I didn't quite understand whether he blasted himself or she blasted him, but neither here nor there. It was blasted on the radio, which means everybody found out. Obviously including Zari. And his family has pretty much been broken ever since. Now, it's clear that he still has feelings for Miss Zari, but, his thing is, listen, I can't be who she need me to be. Like, I know I can't. I love her, but I'm a dog. And, you know, it is what it is. And then he talks about Nadia and how he likes Nadia. And they remind him that, well, you know, Nadia does have a boyfriend. And once again, he reminds them that that's not really his concern. Quentin, on the other hand, says in the confessional that men will be men and he don't feel like Diamond did anything wrong. He said the only thing Diamond did wrong was get caught. Quentin. Kelly, I hope you heard that. The only thing he did wrong was get caught. I hope you heard that, girl. So then the ladies meet up. Nadia, Kyrie, and Kelly, they meet up because Connie, she doesn't know Kelly. And she said, you know, if her and Quentin, they've been together for a while, I need to get to know her. I need to basically put my stamp of approval on her. So they go out shopping and that kind of thing. And basically she lets the girls know that she's ready to get married. Like, they've been together for a couple of years and it's about that time. You know, it's about that time for him to pop the question. And she complains about him not being romantic and him not doing the things that he used to do. And of course they told her the same thing. Like, listen, that was his job interview. You gave him the job now, girl. Like, he you know, he's slacking up on the job now, you know. But for right now, the ladies seem like they are, you know, they're getting along. You know, they seem like everything is going along well for right now, because you know how these shows are, child. So then we see Connie meet up with Zari, Diamond's ex-girlfriend. And baby, they got a little bit of a history, a little bit of a past. It seems as though they've dated the same men. And there's a question as to whether they dated the same men at the same time. Now, we come to find out that Connie allegedly slept with Zori's ex. Now, I don't know if he was her ex at the time they slept together, but Zori was like, listen, my ex was a billionaire, so what you gonna do, okay? But it seems like they cool now. You know, I don't know if that's gonna come back later and rear its ugly head, but there's certainly a question about whether it happened or not. But they seem to be cool now. She asked her about Diamond, and you know, she says, listen, Diamond just couldn't be the man I needed him to be. Diamond was a cheater. You know, I looked past it. I tried to, you know, work on it, but it just didn't work, you know. But you know, we're cool now, and I'd rather keep things the way they are now. We're good at co-parenting, and that's pretty much what it's gonna be. Now, Diamond decides that he is going to have himself a housewoman. I mean, no, not a housewoman. I'm sorry. He's celebrating because he just signed this brand new record contract, which is like a record-breaking recording contract on the continent of South Africa. So he is celebrating by having everybody over to his home, and it is a Indian theme, Arabian Nights. Thank you, an Arabian Nights theme. And so, you know, he's got the belly dancers and fire, and it looks really nice. And everybody shows up. Now, Miss Annie shows up complaining. Now, Annie, I gave you a pass at the ball because I did feel like, you know, when you're doing a menu, you need to have your menu flexible for people who may or may not eat meat. But here you come again complaining. It's outside. Why is it outside? And we're sitting on the floor, and why are we sitting on the floor? And I'm like, girl, it is an Arabian Night theme. Have you never been to like some culture in you? Like, come on, girl, you know better. And then she was the only one that wasn't dressed for the theme. And I find it very interesting that you're the only person that's not dressed for the theme, and you with your damn stylist, Swaggy. You was looking cute. You had the whole thing working. You had a cane and everything. Why you ain't hook your girl up? Why is she the only one walking up in here looking like she on her way to the club, and everybody else look like they on their way to an Arabian Night? That is what I don't understand. Even Miss Nadia, who showed her I got a boyfriend ass up to the dealership in a dress that barely covered her ass, okay? But that's neither here nor there, because women can dress however they want to dress. It don't mean nothing. I ain't gonna go down that road, but you would definitely send a message to Mr. Swag. I mean, to Mr. Diamond, okay? Another conversation. So while we're sitting here talking, everything is everything. We toasting, everybody's having a good time. Who come gliding? And I do mean gliding because, baby, she looked like she was walking on water the way she came up in there. Miss Zari. Now, Zari looked good. She had on this white, flowy, Arabian Night type outfit. And, baby, the minute she walked in the door, Diamond Face was like, I mean, and poor Miss Nadia, Miss I Got a Man, but I think I like Diamond, and I feel like I feel like I might want to try to do a little something, something here. Of course, she's looking like, wait, what? Huh? What? Oh, okay. And listen, the rest of the evening was all about Miss Azari, okay? Uh, Annie's husband called while they were there, and baby, Annie she act like she is a fan instead of that being her husband. I mean, she is squealing and she got him on FaceTime and she's, and of course Diamond knows her husband and I guess they have some sort of a friendship or whatever. And she just wants everybody to know, oh yes, my husband. I was like, girl, you looking real fan like you are acting like you just met this man at the club last week and he called you, not you got kids by this man and you was just crying last week about how he done cheated on you so many times. Like, it was so weird. But what was even more weird was that her husband knows Zari. And baby, her husband was like, hey, how you doing? And Annie had the nerve to ask Zari, how do you know my husband? And Zari was like, we just know each other. We cool. No, she said, how long have you known him? She was like, a while. Listen, Zari got that quiet shade, okay? She ain't have to come right out, but baby, it was that quiet shade. So we end up seeing Andel have a conversation with Nadia, and basically she's telling him that she's not quite sure how to feel about the situation. She knows she doesn't really have a right to be mad, but she feels some kind of way about the fact that Zari is there and Diamond didn't tell her that Zari was coming, but he doesn't owe her that. Like, it's that weird space where no, we're not doing nothing. We barely, I wouldn't even call it a date, but you definitely let me know you were interested, but yet you invited your ex-girlfriend and I didn't know she was coming. But then we have this conversation with Diamond and Zari. And it was a really deep conversation. And Zari is basically letting him know, listen, you hurt me. I tried to look past all, I knew you cheated. I knew you cheated multiple times. And I tried to look past the infidelity. And I tried to still be the woman you needed me to be and be the good wife, girlfriend and mother. And, but when you threw it in my face to the point where I just could not ignore it anymore, where you had a child, like, I just don't know how how you would come back from that. And, she was like, don't you miss us? Don't you miss your family? Don't you miss your kids? And he was like, of course I do. But he ultimately knows that, like I said, that he is not ready to be the man that she deserves. And I can respect that he says she deserves. And he's like, I don't know if I ever will be. Like, I don't know if I'll ever be that person. So it was very interesting. The dinner got very interesting, honey. But baby, she got it all off her chest. She said, I know that this was supposed to be Diamond's big night, but baby, I had some things I needed to say, okay? And she told him, listen, you wronged me, and I don't know if I can ever forgive you for that. So that was how the episode ended. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.